Oh! Don't try this at home. There are giant tomato hornworms all over this patch. Welcome to the garden. This bed is mangy. Has it been productive? Somewhat, sure. It has a few good things left in it, some tomatoes, some green tomatoes. It has basil, there's some parsley. So we're gonna harvest all of that, and then we're gonna clear this bed out, and we're gonna take it down. We're actually going to remove the wood sides and move on with our lives, because this bed has been a struggle and it has to go. Hopefully it is pretty easy to take down, because I am here by myself today. My husband and my kids are off having fun. The parsley that I have down here, I have made sure I checked it to make sure there are no swallowtail caterpillars inside of there, because I have parsley over here and it is just absolutely loaded with them. So I wanted to make sure there's none in here. There's about 10 caterpillars that are grazing and eating on the parsley, so we're gonna make sure we leave that one alone today. Oh, gross. There's another one. Oh, nasty. These tomato hornworms, what's eating my tomatoes like that. Gross. Okay, I've about had it. There are giant tomato hornworms all over this patch, and green tomatoes are not worth me touching one of those things. So we move on. I'm going to be making a pile just over here in the grass, but all of this will go to a burn pit, because I don't leave any tomato foliage for my compost pile. I don't feed it to my chickens. I burn it because tomato diseases are mostly born in the soil, and if you leave your leaves on the soil, that's where they go. They go into the soil. So I dispose of tomato products in the burn pit. You can also, you throw them away however best suits you. I'm sorry if I scream, but there's a lot of critters in here. Rolo, don't you be trying to sneak up on me. I struggle with this raised bed and water retention every single year, so I'm going to be taking it out. It does not have our native soil. It has a raised bed mix, and compared to my clay soil that's been amended with compost over the years, it struggles with water. So I have to water this bed twice as much as I have to water the rest of my garden. And as you know, I don't like to have to water extra because I don't have time. Everyone's busy. So we will be removing all of this, taking down the sides. It is pretty rotted. It's been here for going on 4 years now. We're just pulling all this out, and then after that, hopefully I have time to transplant some of my fall in. So summer is basically over at this point, and we are going to be putting in fall crops, and I do hope that they produce before winter really sets in. Oh, hey, look. Found a cantaloupe. I'm taking this raised bed out because although it has a really high quality raised bed mix in it, it still struggles with water compared to the rest of my garden. The rest of my garden has clay soil with compost amended in it. And this bed is a raised bed mix, and I have to water this bed about twice as much. It's elevated, it's off the ground, and the soil isn't near as good, in my opinion. So I am going to remove these sides. They're pretty rotten at this point, and hopefully it's pretty easy, mostly because my muscle isn't here today and I'm by myself, so I hope it comes apart pretty easily. so I can flatten this out. Up here, you can see there's several different kinds of basil and parsley. The parsley, I have inspected it to make sure there's no swallowtail caterpillars. And if I do find any when I get over there, I'm going to transplant them to the patch of parsley that's over there that does have swallowtail caterpillars, lots of them over there. And the basil we're gonna harvest, and we'll use that in a different project. Could I wait and do this in winter? Sure. Just not my style. Whew. The rest of this is all going to be for the chickens. And this is my parsley. I don't think it would transplant very well at this point. It's been growing here since the spring. So we're going to take it out and also feed it to the chickens. Oh, this isn't working. I guess my things are dull. Awesome. That was probably a bad idea. I think that I should have cut it way back here. Oh, great. Yep. Okay, when my water comes on later, we're gonna have a fountain, but that's all right. Let's just pull this on out here. Ow, oh. I also took a chunk out of the tip of my toe a couple days ago, and it's very painful anytime I hit it. So this is why I don't like raised beds. This has only been here for about 4 years, and it is just completely ate up and gross. So we are just going to pile it up over here and haul it down to the burn pit. And I put this raised bed in because everybody puts raised beds in. I thought that's what you were supposed to do. But turns out I don't need to. If you have rocky soil or just soil that or you like the look of a raised bed or whatever the reason, you go for it. It's your house. I will probably still put raised beds in the future because I absolutely love the way they look. But I do not like the maintenance that comes with them. Ah, poof, yuck. I should probably go get the garden cart. Oh, I'll be back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Leave me alone. Get. I'm not bothering you. Ugh. Don't try this at home. We've made quite a bit of progress. I did have to break out the tiller because there are tree roots and logs and all kinds of stuff inside this bed. But I need a break. I'm tired. I was expecting to take this down and replant it with some fall crops all in one day. Of course, I don't think that's going to happen. This is a bigger project, or at least I just need a little break from it, so we're going to come back. But we are going to plant, I have some room up here in this bed right here, so I'm going to plant, it is red cabbage, and the other one I believe is kale. It's either kale or kohlrabi. I didn't label it, but I do have kohlrabi on another one. I think it's kale. We're going to go with kale and red cabbage that we're going to plant up right here. And we're going to walk around and see if we can find any other open spots for anything else I have. We are going to plant red cabbage first. Of course, I lost the tag, but that's all right. We're going to pick the healthiest plants out of here. They have been acclimating to the weather. You can see me behind this tomato plant. Sorry, I didn't realize it was in the way. The biggest garden pest that I've had in the last few weeks has been the harlequin bug. And my chicken that keeps magically escaping the coop. Don't know how she's getting out quite yet. I think she's flying over, so I need to clip her wings. I am planting each one of these red cabbages at an emitter so that I can set it on a timer and don't come out here. So I'm digging a hole, I'm putting in my Espoma garden fertilizer, and I'm planting them at each one of these at an emitter. I will do that on this side with the red cabbage and on that side with my kale. These These emitters are every 12 inches. I'll probably pull these green beans because they're doing nothing for me. And they have ants, terribly bad. Between the ants and the roly-polies, things are looking pretty sad. Oh, there. I did already plant this row once with cauliflower. We have our red cabbage and our kale all nicely tucked in. I had a few extra napped cabbage that I put down here at this end. I also planted some kohlrabi, and that's over here. I'll show you real fast. All the way around the corner. This is where I planted kohlrabi. Right here in this bed, along each side, there's 3 different varieties, 2 white and 1 purple. And then my giant mess, but I'm tired. So I'm gonna clean up and reevaluate my life decisions. I found giant logs, block, everything tucked into this, what was supposed to be an easy project. Of course it's not. It might be back to the drawing board for this bed here, but subscribe, stick around. That way you can see how we transform this area. Thank you so much for watching.